Welcome to A Guide to Every Deck in Pioneer. Today we're looking at Blue-White Metalwork Colossus. Blue-White Metalwork Colossus is a deck revolving around the titular card, a large artifact creature threat which costs less to cast by the total cost among non-creature artifacts you control. It plays as many non-creature artifacts as possible to lower Colossus's casting cost, cards to find it, and cards to help it punch through. Glintnest Crane, Ingenious Smith, and Inventor's Fair help dig for Colossus, among other artifacts. Smith itself can grow into a formidable threat along with the tokens from sideboard Karn Cyanoversa, which can be brought in for grindy matchups. Portable Hole acts as removal, with Moonsnare prototype adding mana early or acting as removal late. Everything else in the deck is there to enable Colossus. Effects you're looking for from non-creature artifacts are removal, replacing themselves, making Colossus hard to block since it doesn't have evasion inherently, or otherwise subtracting from its casting cost. Prophetic Prism and Wedding Invitation replace themselves, with Prism helping fix colors. Invitation, Gilded Pinions, and Haunted Cloak all make Colossus hard to block. Brass Knuckles, while it has the weakest effect amongst your artifacts, only granting Colossus Double Strike, copies itself on cast and therefore reduces Colossus's cost by 8. Sanctum of Ugin can be sacrificed when you cast Colossus to find a second Colossus. Colossus itself is a huge 10-10 threat, and it's not hard to fight through blockers given the deck's many artifacts that grant flying, trample, or unblockability. It can even return itself to your hand if destroyed by sacrificing 2 artifacts. To go through the deck's weaknesses, it doesn't win particularly quickly. You usually can't cast Colossus until turn 4 to 5 and then still have to attack your opponent down, which can take more time depending on whether you have additional Colossi and evasion artifacts. Similarly, it doesn't have that much interaction, usually can find a Portable Hole and Glass Casket as removal, which makes it vulnerable to being raced or outvalued. The sideboard helps by adding in additional removal and counterspells along with Graveyard Hate. Because the deck relies so heavily on Colossus, it can be a problem if the opponent has non-traditional removal that exiles or tucks it, such as Teferi, the Wandering Emperor, Extinction Event, Epic Downfall, or other removal in combination with Rest in Peace-like effects. Depending on which and how many artifacts you control, it can be costly to return Colossus from the graveyard. Finally, Karn the Great Creator is a thorn in the deck's side since it shuts off all the equipment that make Colossus hard to block. I hope you've enjoyed this look at Blue-White Metalwork Colossus. I want to thank my fellow players in the Magic community for whom sharing their experiences helps make these guides possible. You can find additional resources, such as an up-to-date deck list, in the description. If you think I left out anything important or got something wrong, please leave your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned to see what deck we look at next time.